You've already seen the first fix of this bathroom. Now we're ready for tiling. I'm going to run through a few key points with the setting out, and obviously explaining why the setting out is that way. Now we're using a 1.2 by 450 tile, so it's fairly big. The window I have no control over. The window is where the window is. The height of it, the bottom sill, they are where they are. So I have to work within those, but taking into account the finished heights of bath levels, niches, where the client would like niches. So I explained in the previous video that there was a niche going up directly above the bath. So that had to go in a certain position to be, one, useful, and two, look aesthetically pleasing. Now, the setting out, this is the highest point of the room. Okay, where I'm standing here, this is the highest point. So behind you, in front of me, behind you, because you're looking at me, is the lowest point. Now when the setting out, I was planning the setting out and including the niches. As I said, they had to go in a certain position. Now, the setting out here, we're going to end up with a 50-60mm cut around the top of the window. That's what it is. Now, if I drop that down 60mm, it would have interfered with my bath finished height and niche height. So I had to really set the room out based on that first niche that was sitting above the bath. So the bath comes at a certain height, which is about 590. I need at least 100mm above the finished bath for my bath filler. And then I need at least minimum 80mm between the top of the bath filler to the bottom of the niche. So if I'm playing with millimeters to make it all fit in. So it's safe to say this whole bathroom was set out tile wise based on that niche for that bath. That's it. Cue the music and let's start tiling. how it is. That's fine. Right. Right, so now that wall is complete, I'm going to move my attention to this side. Now the setting out, I've worked it, that we've got a feature tile going on this wall, but what I'm going to do, we'll use more tile this way, but if I come out of this return with a 120 tile, it's just there where that fold of the tape is, running down there, which I don't really like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to centre that pan with a grout joint. More work. Rip them tiles so that grout joint runs right through the middle. A larger cut in there. When I do the feature wall, this is going to overhang anyway about 30mm, just to hide the light detail. But aesthetically, when you come in and seeing a grout joint there, it's going to look a lot better than having a grout joint there. That's what we're going to do. do it the other way. So much longer this way, cleaning. Oh, so much better the other way.
Looking good, mate.
Coming along, innit?
Yeah, mate. Can you reuse them with the clips you put in?
The wedges you can, but
Yeah.
the blue ones, no.
Oh,
They will, yeah, they'll be rubbish. They'll be recycled, as they say.
yeah.
Dread to think what it would be like ripping one of these out, you know? I don't think I want to know. That bold. Nah, I don't think I'd want to know. That hurts just thinking about it, you know? The work would be hard. You know, as the industry's developed, the products have got better and better. And obviously now with social media, people's knowledge has expanded as well, finding better ways of doing things. There goes the batteries on the light. Might have to put a candle on. New batteries have been ordered, spares, extras, to avoid times like these for your viewing pleasure. However, they are in the post, so that shouldn't happen again. Okay, top cuts. Nice. Almost there. Beautiful. One more. Got the big, whoa. Got the big light on, so it might be looking like lightning. It's not very good with the camera. Big light. Alright, last piece for this wall. Let's get you in. Oh, careful. Looking good. Okay. Beautiful. Right, next. Right, so we have either side of the door to do. Quick time check. 1:15. So it's not bad. Half of the day so far. All the way around on that side, around the niche, cuts to the ceiling, all scribed in. Left minimal work for Mr. Decorator, for his filler. So yeah, now my attention is going to be over here. Just place you down now. My setup out there. It's always nice to have space. Right, so the plan here, let's get that up there. Again, apologies if it's flashing, looking like lightning, is to come full tile off this door and leave that cut in there. The tiles are 1200, these boards are 1200, so no straightish joint all the way through, but it is what it is. It's fine once it's scrimmed, it's all gone off, it'll be absolutely fine. And then I'm going to do the same the other side of the door, full tile, and leave the cut in the corner. And then I'm going to fabricate a tile that will go over the centre of the door, and I'll show you that. But that way, because otherwise I'm going to be short of tile. Now I've had to use extra tile to tile that back wall the way that I've done it, centre of the niche and centre of the toilet. I've used more tile, so the offcuts that I'm getting have done the returns. Do you see what I mean? So one tile was done each side of what you've just seen here, for example. One tile has done that, so I'm using more. So now I have to, I've speculated to accumulate a better picture, better finish, but now I need to, otherwise I'm not going to have enough, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. Almost forgot. Come and have a look. I didn't do bad, did I? So anyway, stay tuned. Tomorrow we finish the walls. Possibly inside the window, and possibly the niche, just bar the feature wall. But yeah, it's looking really nice. Pleased. Nice setting out. So yeah, this bit over the door, what I'll do is I'm going to shrink the tile width-wise, polish the edge or one edge, piece that in, and then drop a cut on top, following that line all the way up. Had to make best use of the tile. I used more than than I originally allocated for. However, the wastage kind of came into play, and a few offcuts that come off various tiles. I was able to do the thinner cut to the wall. Now on this side, I've got a vanity unit, mirror, and a tall cabinet going there, so not really too fussed about that. That'll get broken up. And that side you can't really see. As I said, the colour match grout's pretty good. So, but yeah, it's a really nice tile. I hope that can be seen on the camera. It's got a nice wave to it. Nice colour. It's a light grey. I'll zoom in for you. Just see that? Yeah, so that creates a nice effect. Right guys, see you tomorrow. So, the issue with the lighting is solved. We have 6 new batteries, so they should last throughout the duration of the day, and hopefully the picture quality stays at a certain standard, should we say. And but it's quite dark, the weather's changing, so it's a lot more dull in the mornings. But anyway, lighting is taken care of. Right, today I have above the door to take care of. The dry liner, we couldn't finish it yesterday. So the dry liner put his filler on that tapered board, so now it's okay and dry enough for me to get that top line in. So I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up inside this area, and then my attention will be up there. Oh, and there's a stone top that I need to put on the windowsill. I need to frame that niche out and get that tiled, and the window. So it's quite a bit of fiddly cuts today. Trim work. But it's all part of the game. Oh, like a glove. Like a glove. Mind you, it's resting on that little red packer there. Very good. Right. She's not going nowhere. Lovely. Alright, a little tidy up there. So if you're wondering how you're going to finish round them doors, well, I'll explain. These frames are to the dotting and dabbing, but what I'm going to do, or not me, the chippies here are going to put a plant on to bring it flush with the tile, and then sit architrave over the tile. For me, that's how it should be done when you're doing bathrooms, rather than tiling up to an architrave, because then you lose the detail of the architrave and it looks cheap. So that's how I do them. Plant on, bring it flush, you step it back 5mm, then you step the architrave back 5mm again. It gives you a nice clean finish to the tile, and then you see the full depth of the architrave. That's how you do it. That's the cleanest way. Right, the next top cuts. So I wouldn't advise doing this unless you had the permission from the client, because they might not like it. However, alright, let's look at it this way. To maintain the joints that we had through the centre of the niche and the centre of the toilet to reflect over to this wall, okay, you'd have had, you wouldn't have been able to make it join because of the feature wall, okay, in the middle. That's going to be a full piece, 1200. So we've adapted and manufactured those walls to suit those focal points, so it wouldn't actually reflect here. So that's why these walls can't mirror, because the feature wall is taking priority. And I've said it before in a few videos, tiling ain't what it used to be, where you could split the centre of the walls, and because the tiles are so big now and things have moved on and got better, so you find new ways of setting out. It's all about the eye for detail. That's what it's about. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling on. Right, I've polished this edge. Okay, so it looks like a manufactured edge now of the tile. So when it's grouted, it's all consistent and it all looks the same. So yeah, I wouldn't advise doing this unless you had the correct tool and you had the okay from the client. But I think it's the nicest way of doing it. A little bit more. Okay, she's going in. The last piece on the walls. Whee! I had to go and cut that again. Okay. Lovely stuff. Am I happy with it? I think it needs a bit more. A little bit more behind it. Seems alright. No, get a little bit more behind that. Yeah, it would have been alright, but it's not full. It's not how I like doing things. Now it's definitely going to be alright. Hold down. Put down. Much better. Yeah, it's above the door, so you got to make sure the coverage is good. Someone decides to slam the door one day, it will vibrate, and if it ain't stuck, someone might have a sore head. Right. Get these sides in. I'm happy with that. Beautiful. Right, window. Will it fit? So, this is always the style that I work to. Always using quartz within the bathroom. It's a nicer finish, in my opinion. Absolutely lovely. Split the difference. Get that with the nice mastic bead. Just want to pick the back up a little bit. Give it a little bit more of a slope. Here. Get that stuck in. It just transforms the room, looks so much nicer. So much nicer. In my opinion. Right, let's stick it. Give this a check for level. Oh, bang on. Bang on. Well, not level that way, it's falling this way. That's what you want. Now, you might ask, why are you not mitering the window reveals? Thing is, I've mitered ceramic in the past. Now these are ceramic tile, and I've mitered them in the past. And when you miter ceramic, it's very, very brittle. Very brittle. It can chip easily. It's not like porcelain. Porcelain's a lot more durable for miters, where ceramic isn't. So now I've recently done a feature wall. If you follow me on social media, priMo bathrooms, a wood effect feature wall. Now I had to mitre those external corners, so if you flick through the page you'll see it. Now when I went back to that client to do some more work, the cleaner had caught the corner of the mitre, and it chipped quite a lot, and that had resin within the joint, within the centre of the mitre to reinforce it. But it's not the resin that chipped, it's the tile, so it's very brittle. So over time, you know, little knocks, because that's life, that's what happens, you get knocks and bumps along the way, it just chips the edge. So, listen, I'm not saying you can't do it, I'm just saying what may happen in the future. So we're using trim, plus this is going to be black accents to match obviously the matte black windows as well. So it's all going to be fitting, and if trim's done right, it looks nice. You know, it's part of the feature. It looks nice, but what I found with trim, it is metal, so any surfaces that it could leave a scratch, make sure they're protected so you don't scratch it, and yeah, be very careful. But I think the black trim against the matte black window is going to look real smart here. Again, in my opinion, I'm not saying it's gospel, my opinion. So we get the first one on, and I put it tight to the tile. I don't leave a joint for now. I'm going to see once I get the other two in how much play I've got, where it needs adjusting, because it does always need adjusting to fit perfect. So just temporarily tape it in. You can always move it. We're not making anything concrete yet. Tape measure in the other room, of course. I like to get my legs done first. 1105. Okay. So now that's for there. Again, just temporarily hold it in position. I use a mini chop saw, and I always, every job, get a new blade, because they're not a massive amount of money, but if you don't have the sharpest blade when you're cutting this metal trim, you can have some disasters. I've seen it where the blade's spinning so fast but it's not sharp enough, and it can grab the trim and kick it. It's dangerous. So always make sure you've got a sharp blade. Back in the day I used to cut them like everybody else with a hacksaw and a block. My gosh, the time that you used to spend on trim, making sure that you didn't slip as you was, oh, horrible. Absolutely horrible. Horrible that was. I'd reckon probably to do the trim work on a window would take the best part of nearly an hour. An hour. Horrible time. Absolute horrible time. But yeah, thank God for chop sauce. Top piece. $1,300. Another thing I've learned is to always oversize the cut ever so slightly, because sometimes it's not so much here, it's the back that you might need to just rip off. So just take your time, check what you're doing. Right, I need to take a little bit off of that, but I reckon it's at the back. I reckon it's the back part here. If I just take that angle off, it'll allow me in a bit more so that my miters meet. Just taking those edges off on the back sides. Okay, I was right. Right, so that's all the trims set. Now, I'm going to start cutting the tile. Fit the tiles to the window reveal. Now this is important. I backfill the underside of the trim, just so it's full contact. There's no chance of it moving, cracking, because where it will crack is around the grout joint between here. That's where it will crack if that trim's loose. So it's key. Make sure it's filled properly. These are all the little things that you don't see that makes a massive improvement and a big difference overall, you know. So when a tiler or bathroom fitter's quoting your job, a lot of it is what you don't see, you know. Some of you have probably experienced having a new bathroom and it lasting 10, 15 years and it's still looking good. Because you had a good installer. You can buy any product you like. You know, it's all about the installer. And when you've got the combination of good product and a good installer, it's fire, that is. That's fire. That's what you want. Same with everything in life, really. It's a little bit tedious, but if I don't do it, you know, I can't turn my back and say, I want to leave and go. That's proper. Everything proper. There is another way you could do it. So I've seen some do it, they notch it all and then push the trim to it, but I just think it's messy like that. You get adhesive come through the joint, a bit messy. Don't know if you can tell, I like to keep my work clean. Just bathroom action and tiling action you get from me. You get lessons on philosophy of life, educational. all the window reveal tiled, trimmed out, tiled. Now, the niche. There you go. Okay, trimmed out. Okay, so my niche is all tiled here, the two returns, the base. Now, I've got to get the light track in as well. So there's an LED light going into this niche. And I'm going to show you how I do it. So you know when you put a piece of tile in, you put your light track in, then you put the other piece of tile in. It can be a pain. I'm going to show you an easier way and it'll make it all one piece. I'll show you now. What you need is your resin and some scrim tape. A little something under there. And you need a little something under there. So that it stays flat. Right. Get your resin. Probably a little bit excessive, however. More is better than not enough. Then your hardener. You want this to go off pretty quick. That's probably a little bit too much, I won't mix all that in. I'll take half of it though. And then you just fold your resin over, mix it all in. It's quite cold today, so might take a little bit longer than usual, but it won't take long, it will go. Right, then you keep these to one side because you'll need them in a minute. Right, you just crack it away a little bit, there and there. You get your resin, put some pressure on, and just fold it in. You don't want to pull it away too much, because you don't want it to come out the other side. Alright, and then do the other side. Right. Make sure it's all the way in there. Then push it together. Give it a little slide back and forth. Put some pressure on there so it stays flat. Alright. Scrim tape. Drop that on. Drop the other one on. And then just flatten off the rest. Just flatten it all in. Now when that goes off, your light track is one piece with a tile. You can install it as one piece with no problems. don't install it until this is fully dry, because you'll be back to 2 pieces. And that is pretty much it. Simple, quick and effective. Let that dry and you're ready to install it. Right, so this is all dry now. And there is your solid piece with your light track in it. Let's go and install it. It's lovely. Nice. Strap it up. And then it's just a back piece. And that's not bad for a Friday. Final piece. Oh no, it's upside down. Lovely. Well guys, if you've liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure the notifications are turned on. And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe. But I'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now.